Folks, it has been absolutely pouring out here on the Florida homestead for the past couple days, as you can see behind me. And usually that puts me in pretty bad spirits, but it's hard to be feeling that way when the folks over at Allpowers have your back, and they gave me an opportunity to review another one of their portable battery banks. This one is the S2000 Pro, and they actually included the SP37 solar panel array with it. That's a 400-watt solar panel array, and between the two, they pack a powerful punch. I can honestly say, because I've done a few of these reviews so far now on the channel, that this is the nicest portable battery bank that I've gotten my hands on to date. The design of it is super cool. It has these two heavy-duty handles on the side, which make it really easy to carry around, and it's only about 30 pounds to begin with, so it's not very heavy. There's a lot more things that I can tell you guys about this thing. Thank you again to Allpowers. Let's go ahead and get into the video, and let's see what this thing is all about. Come on. So immediately when the battery bank and the solar panel came in, I got right to unboxing them. And as always, these things have a plethora of different connections. They're all covered, so you shouldn't really be wanting for much as far as that is concerned. The setup to connect the panel itself to the power station is super easy and super intuitive. You can get it done in a matter of seconds, honestly. But one of the first things that my eyes were drawn to on the design of this particular power station is the fact that not only is it pretty lightweight, it only comes in at about 30 pounds, but it has these two handles on the sides, which make it really, like, it's pretty aesthetic, honestly. It has a nice look to it, but it makes it super simple to pick up and carry. And obviously, if you're needing to bring power to somewhere that doesn't have it already, you might be trekking it. You might be walking through the woods or something like that. And this has got to be easily the easiest portability-wise power station that I've taken a look at so far. So I really like the top handles on this thing. Another thing that I really liked was the fact that it has 4 USB ports in the front and 2 USB Type-Cs. And I think that's pretty intuitive as well. It makes a lot of sense. It's 2023. Everybody's going to be attempting to charge a phone or a laptop or something of that nature. There's plenty of other smart devices out there these days, like portable speakers. So it makes sense, hey, if you're going to take this thing camping with you, at least 4 people could charge their phones off of this simultaneously, and you could charge multiple other devices off it at the same time as well, and you wouldn't need to go ahead and get adapters to do that either. So I really liked the design of this. Super sleek, it gets right to the point, so thumbs up for me as far as that's concerned. Now, in unboxing and opening up the solar panel, one of the first things that I noticed is how durable it seemed. It seemed very sturdy compared to some of these other power pack type solar panels that I've looked at in the past. Very firm, very sturdy construction. And these Allpowers bags that they come in, they're really easy to open and close. They're just 2 little latches that you push your fingers on. It pops right open. You're able to unroll it. And then from that point, you would go ahead and prop it up so that it's facing the sun, and you would plug it into your power station. And that's really easy to do. There's a cable that comes out the back of the solar panel, and that connects to an adapter, and that adapter goes right into the power station itself, as I'm gonna go ahead and show you here. And that's super fast. It only takes about 15-20 seconds to do that entire process. So, very good. And as far as the app goes, again, with other Allpowers battery backups, I've noticed that the app is just super intuitive to get set up. All you need to do is install the app on your phone. You go ahead and turn on your Bluetooth on your phone, and then you push a button on the front panel of the power pack itself, and it syncs up instantaneously. And now that you're in the app, you can go ahead and see what your power draws are. It'll give you an estimation to how long you could run it at that particular load. And as you'll see later on in this video, we were able to run a whole bunch of Christmas decorations simultaneously, and it was gonna run it for like 1.5 to 2 days before it would need a recharge. So even for its size at about 30 pounds, this thing does have a pretty substantial capacity to it as well. And speaking of capacity, you would think that it might take a long time to charge this, but if you're gonna plug it not necessarily off the solar panel, but if you're gonna plug it through a regular wall charger, it goes from 0 to 100 in just 90 minutes. So you could potentially get 30, 40, maybe even more hours of use out of this in a camping type or off-grid scenario, and it takes about 90 minutes to charge from a wall outlet. And so there was finally a little bit of a break in the rain. I needed to get this thing outside and test it. And I thought to myself, what better way to put this to the test, being the holiday season and all, than to put some inflatables on this thing. I figured, let's grab some Halloween inflatables, let's grab some Christmas inflatables, maybe even some lights, and let's do a whole setup. Let's see how much we can run off this thing without it starting to give me grief over it. So I went ahead, I got one Christmas inflatable, one Halloween inflatable, I plugged them in, it handled it like a champ. And I thought to myself, okay, let's test it a little bit more. Let's keep pushing it. I grabbed a strand of lights. I plugged those lights into it, and it was handling it like a champ. And the app actually said that the remaining power that I had, I was able to run these two inflatables plus the strand of lights for almost 2 days before the power station would run out of power. So I was thinking to myself, like, wow, this is something that someone might actually do if they were trying to get, you know, a little bit of a holiday presentation away from their main home. They could definitely set something up like this. And I said, we've got another AC outlet on the front of this thing here. Let's go ahead and grab a third inflatable and see if the power station will give me any grief with that. So I went ahead, I got this Grinch inflatable. We hooked it up, we plugged it in, and it handled it just fine. So we were running one strand of lights, some of which need new bulbs apparently, but it was running the one strand of lights and 3 inflatables simultaneously at the same time, and it had enough juice in it. I think it was at 92% power when I was doing the little experiment. It had enough juice in it to go ahead and sustain this for well over 24 hours before it was going to run out of power. So that was really impressive to me. And folks, I just want to say again to Allpowers, I can't thank them enough for giving me the opportunity to take a look at this thing. There's not much bad I can say about it, genuinely. It does what it's supposed to do. And to be honest, I've got a couple of these power stations here on the Homestead. This is probably going to be my go-to one going forward that I'm going to lug around me when it's time to get something done. So thank you again, Allpowers. Really appreciate it. Folks, I'm going to have all the links below this video if you want to learn more about where you can take a look at the power station itself or the solar panel associated with it. That's going to be right down below. Guys, God bless you, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hey, if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing for more. And folks, have a blessed day, all right? Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.